Well, coming up next on Middle Tennessee News, MTSU is saying goodbye to a beloved staff member. A string of burglaries using an unlikely weapon have citizens on edge, and an MTSU sports team have their sights set on another win. All those stories plus your latest weather. Middle Tennessee News starts right now. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Lauren Davis, and welcome to Middle Tennessee News. Well, one of Middle Tennessee's finest, Dean Kim Paulson, will be stepping down in August. He said that he wants to spend more time on the First Amendment Center, and the former editor-in-chief of USA Today brought new faculty and accomplishments to the media and entertainment program. Many students are sad to hear the news. Well, while MTSU is sad to see him leave, they will begin their nationwide search for a new dean. Well, a Tennessee State University football player has made an unbelievable recovery. Christian Abercrombie was released from an Atlanta rehabilitation center Thursday. Abercrombie had to have emergency brain surgery after suffering from an unknown brain injury on the sidelines of a game last season. He was released from an Atlanta rehab center today after months of treatment. His mother says that he had to relearn how to walk, speak, and tell time. The Abercrombie family says they relied on their faith to keep them through and believes that their prayers have been answered. Well, high medical bills are causing some families in Tennessee financial headaches, even though they have insurance. Reporter Austin Thompson takes a look at legislation that may help.
We just recently received word of a little girl who has spent most of her life in a hospital.
In 1981, President Ronald Reagan introduced America to 3-year-old Katie Beckett, who was fighting for her life in a hospital. He advocated for children just like Katie that they deserve to be cared for at home.
Now, by what sense do we have a regulation in government that says we'll pay $6,000 a month to keep someone in a hospital that we believe would be better off at home?
More than 30 years later, a state representative and a nonprofit are looking to help families of children with severe illnesses and disabilities cope with the financial burden medical bills can bring.
You have a child who goes to the emergency room and gets one bill that's over $1 million. You have a tough choice to make.
What we want to do is to be able to provide those families who may make too much money and they don't qualify for Medicaid to be able to receive benefits for their severely disabled children with complex medical problems.
State Rep Sam Whitson is sponsoring the waiver in the House. While it's slowly passing through the various subcommittees, there are over 40 states that already offer similar Katie Beckett waivers, except Tennessee.
Families will move to other states that do have a Katie Beckett program.
Sarah is the deputy director of the Tennessee Disability Coalition. She says there are around 3,600 children that will benefit from this waiver.
Really, we're not expanding Medicaid, we're just making sure those families don't go broke or go into bankruptcy.
The waiver has a price tag of $45 million the state would have to contribute. While there was applause at the TennCare Subcommittee's meeting, it will be up to legislators whether the price tag is beneficial to Tennesseans. For Middle Tennessee News, I'm Austin Thompson.
The bill is on the agendas for both the House Insurance and Senate Commerce Committees on Tuesday. Well, is your medicine cabinet piling up? Rutherford County Police may be able to help. Operation Take Back New Jersey is a program that gives citizens a safe way to get rid of unwanted medications. The collection will take place inside Rutherford County Police Department's lobby on April 27th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The most common medications given to the program are ones that are expired, unused, and ones that the owner doesn't need. The department will also accept surrendered illegal drugs as well. Well, Megan, I definitely know that spring is around the corner, and so are those allergies, especially with all the overcast weather that's going on. Can you tell us exactly if there's going to be any rain coming up today, or if that's going to be later on in the week?
That's right, Lauren. We are going to be seeing a little bit of rain later on in the week, but especially right now with everything that's happening with allergies. There are students all over campus enjoying a nice day. It wasn't too sunny today. There were plenty of clouds over the sky, but it was warm enough and there wasn't enough wind. So everyone was just having a great day, you know, out about on campus and everything like that. And currently right now, like I said, it is cloudy. The high for today is 69 degrees. So without any wind, that is pretty warm. The humidity was kind of up there today, 44%. And like I said, a low wind at about 5 miles per hour. So we will be taking a look at those things coming up ahead in our 5-day forecast to see about that rain. But right now I will toss it right back to Lauren.
Well, thank you, Megan. Let's hope that that rain doesn't come too soon. Well, still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, a world-renowned musician is coming to MTSU and find out which department is making records. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
Sculpting the perfect body takes time. Quitting smoking does too. But with a little help, you can do it. Get the resources and support you need to quit smoking from the American Cancer Society at cancer.org/smokeout.
Hannah is bright, talented, and she's been so brave. Hannah complained of a headache. It was a rhabdomyosarcoma. Within a few days, Hannah was in treatment because we were told that the tumor was very aggressive. So we've essentially put our lives in South Africa on hold. Incredibly blessed to be here. St. Jude is an asset to the world. The research that is developed here is offered freely to the rest of the medical world. The entire way that the place operates is just to give and to care. I think it's the kind of place that not only stands as a beacon for pediatric cancer, but I think it could teach the world a couple of lessons about how to treat people. And I think if those lessons could be learned, even in their most basic form, this world could be a better place.
Repeat after me. Apple, table, penny.
Apple, bread.
I remember watching Dad with the kids and thinking, geez, in 6 years, will he even know who they are?
Ask me again.
1 in 10 Americans over 65 has Alzheimer's disease. Learn more today at brightfocus.org.
What does it look like when a life is truly changed?
I feel a sense of accomplishment because I built a house. This house has brought us financial independence.
Every family dreams to have their own house. This house changed our lives.
Habitat for Humanity is at work in your community and around the world. Through shelter, we empower.
Well, MTSU Department of Recording Industry is back on Billboard's semi-annual list of the nation's top music business schools. MTSU's program, which is currently celebrating its 45th year, earned special acclaim and its 4th consecutive mention from the Music Industry magazine. The department was also part of Hollywood Reporter's International Top 25 list of acclaimed music business schools in years past.
We've gotten national media attention that we've never had before. We were featured on the NBC Nightly News the night of the Grammy Awards, and one NBC anchor called us a Grammy winner factory.
The new Billboard article also points to MTSU's successful music industry alumni, including Martha Earls of EFG Management and Academy of Country Music CEO Pete Fisher. Well, the MTSU School of Music's Keyboard Artist Series will end with a special guest. Von Cliburn International Gold Medalist John Nakamatsu will perform at 7:30 tonight in Hilton Music Hall. Nakamatsu is a California native, making him the only American to have received the gold medal. He released 13 CDs and also plays the clarinet. Tickets are $5 for seniors and $10 for adults. Well, do you need another reason to enjoy some breakfast food? Well, I'll tell you. Zeta Tau Alpha is hosting a pancake breakfast to raise awareness for breast cancer. The breakfast will have pink pancakes and many other foods. Proceeds go to ZTA's foundation benefiting breast cancer awareness and education. Tickets are $10. Well, still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, our newest segment of Studio M tells you how to insure your valuables, which is topical because people might want to look into insurance because of a recent string of break-ins.
Homestead exemptions. They protect a certain amount of value of a home from property taxes and creditors in the case of bankruptcy or death. They're designed to protect against the forced sale of property and can be very attractive to prospective homeowners. Nearly all states have them, but Tennessee's current exemption may not be all that enticing.
They can take everything that you have, including your home, and you only have $7,500. For someone who has severe issues and everything they own is in their home, and what they don't have pledged at that point, they'll need to start over again.
Tennessee's homestead exemption was first established in 1852 at $500. It was last raised in 1980 to a maximum of $7,500. Tennessee residents are limited to state exemptions, and there have been concerns that they have not kept up with inflation rates.
We're trying to raise that to $1 million limitation, because if somebody's got a family farm, $7,500 won't even turn the light bill.
$1 million is a lot to exempt from paying taxes on, but states such as Florida and Texas have an unlimited homestead exemption. With property values continuing to rise and new residents coming in every day, the current legislation may need updating in the near future. For Studio M, I'm Joseph Choi.
Well, before we go to break, we have Megan Cole in the studio right now to kind of give us a little look at exactly what's coming in tonight for the forecast. Megan?
Thanks, Lauren. We will be taking a look at what's going to come tonight as well as our 5-day look later on in the show. But right now, let's go back over our current conditions. So like I said earlier, it is cloudy today. We are seeing the high of 69 with a pretty high humidity at around 44% with the wind at about 5 miles per hour. So you will be seeing some of those gushes of wind as maybe you're walking to class, walking into the weekend and things like that as well. Looking into tonight, so Friday night, there will be some showers that might put a little damper on your Friday night plans. And the low will be around 43 degrees, so getting a little bit lower, but not as low as we've seen it in the past couple of weeks as well. That humidity is going to stay right around 44%, so it's going to feel a little humid, especially if we are seeing some of those showers come in tonight, and the wind will stay at around 5 miles per hour. So we will be avoiding some of those gushes of wind that we might have been seeing on Middle Tennessee's campus this past week and things like that as well. But that is all for tonight's forecast. We will be taking a look at the 5-day weather and what you should expect later on in the week after the break.
Turn off your lights for Earth Hour. For our forests, our rivers, our oceans, our wildlife, and for our climate. For our Earth. Earth Hour, March 30th, 2019.
Your zip code. Just one number different and you might have a whole other life. Different school, different job, different dreams, different problems. In America, the zip code you're born in can determine your future. The Y works to change that with programs and services that help everyone thrive, no matter who you are or where you're from. For a better us, support your local Y today.
Breast cancer kills more than 41,000 people each year in the U.S. alone. That's unacceptable. That's why by 2026, Susan G. Komen will cut the number of breast cancer deaths in half. We'll get there by helping those who can't pay for treatments, by funding breakthroughs in research that save lives, by ensuring that all people receive the care they need. We'll get there, but only with your help. So, are you in?
My mother used to say a long time ago, whenever there would be any catastrophe that was on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.
Well, Megan, I know right now we're both wearing our floral dresses trying to compensate, for that spring weather, but I can definitely tell in both of our voices we got a little bit of, some mucus going on from the pollen and all the weather. Is there going to be any hope for us allergy people out there?
You're right, Lauren. I did try to break out the floral dress today just to compensate. I am feeling a little under the weather, but like you said, the pollen count this year in Middle Tennessee has been astronomical. People are sick all the time, going in, getting their allergy medication, allergy shots, all these crazy things just to avoid it. But we're going to take another look at tonight and today's weather. So looking at our current conditions once more, we have seen it's been a little bit cloudy. The weather has been pretty high and humid, so at around that 69-degree mark. So we are seeing it dip a little bit more into the later of the week as well, so we will be seeing that in a second. But like I said, with the humidity at that middle mark at 44%, looking into tonight though, we will see some showers. We are going to go down in the degrees just a little bit to 43 degrees, so maybe just cold enough for a light jacket or something like that as well, with humidity staying right where it is at 44%. So it's going to feel a little humid whenever you go out tonight, especially if there are some showers in the Middle Tennessee area, with that wind staying at around that 5 miles per hour once again. Now, taking a look once at our 5-day forecast, we are going to be seeing some of the things that are happening. So like I said, today's weather, 69 is the high. We will be seeing it get into the 55 area mark as well. So it's going to be a little bit more cloudy. Looking into tomorrow, we are seeing the possibility of some thunderstorms. So it's going to be a little bit more humid. We're going to be seeing some rain action here and there as well. Looking into the later part of this weekend, so Sunday, it's going to be sunny. We're going to be seeing those temperatures drop just a little bit though, and then we might be seeing them increase just a little bit throughout the beginning of next week as well. So Monday, it's going to be partly cloudy, so hopefully we can get all that rain out of the way before it comes into Tuesday, which unfortunately will be very rainy. We're going to be seeing a lot of rain in the forecast on that day as well. The high for that day is going to be 60 degrees with a low of 37, so seeing it dip just a little bit lower into that as well. So going throughout the week, you might want to prepare. You might want to bring a rain jacket, put an umbrella in your car just to stay safe whenever there might be some showers throughout the later end of this weekend and the beginning half of this week. So that's it for weather. We will be seeing a little more changes and things like that, but hey, it's March. Things happen. Springtime is beautiful, but if we don't have the rain, we won't have the flowers come the later part of spring and into summer. So I'm hoping that I'm feeling better for our next newscast whenever you guys will see us back here again. But that's it for now. I will toss it over back to Lauren.
Thank you so much, Megan, and I really hope that we all start to feel better and there might be some relief soon in sight. Well, Murfreesboro authorities are on the lookout for 3 unidentified suspects who have robbed several businesses. The 3 suspects have used crowbars to break into each building, making themselves known as the Crowbar Burglars. The burglars have targeted several businesses in the area, including Helen's Hot Chicken, Quick Stop Food Mart, Big B Cleaners, and several others, stealing cash, cigarettes, lottery tickets, and anything else they can get their hands on.
They strike at night after these businesses are closed, and so that's their mode of operation, their MO. They're striking at night when these businesses are closed. So right now we're just on the lookout for them as we do our regular patrol.
The search for the 3 individuals is ongoing. If you have any information regarding these break-ins, please contact Crime Stoppers at 615-893-7867. Well, still ahead on Middle Tennessee News, MTSU's tennis team is chasing a win. And test your physical fitness at an upcoming event. That's coming up next on Middle Tennessee News.
Turn off your lights for Earth Hour. For our forests, our rivers, our oceans, our wildlife, and for our climate. For our Earth. Earth Hour, March 30th, 2019.
Your zip code. Just one number different and you might have a whole other life. Different school, different job, different dreams, different problems. In America, the zip code you're born in can determine your future. The Y works to change that, with programs and services that help everyone thrive, no matter who you are or where you're from. For a better us, support your local Y today.
Breast cancer kills more than 41,000 people each year in the U.S. alone. That's unacceptable. That's why by 2026, Susan G. Komen will cut the number of breast cancer deaths in half. We'll get there by helping those who can't pay for treatments, by funding breakthroughs in research that save lives, by ensuring that all people receive the care they need. We'll get there, but only with your help. So, are you in?
My mother used to say a long time ago, whenever there would be any catastrophe that was on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.
Well, I know, Jonas, we all know by now that I don't really know what's going on in the sports world, but I know not too much is going on. Can you go ahead and just fill us in on the details that you do have for this week?
Yes, we're going to start with the MTSU baseball team. They've got a big series coming up against Marshall. We're going to take a look at the series preview in their upcoming series against them. They're going to travel down from Huntington, Virginia, to go and take on the Thundering Herd. Aaron Antonini has been playing lights out. He's been adding a .322 batting average, 4 home runs. They lost their last 2 of 3 at home against LA Tech. And Miles Christian, who was drafted in the 7th round of the high school, has really been struggling this season, hitting below 200 and striking out 37 times out of 80 plate appearances. That's almost half the amount of times he's been on plate. Their first Conference USA series since being at home against La Tech. They're playing right now at Huntington. They are down 6-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Now on to men's tennis. The men's team is going to have set on another regular season winning record. The Blue Raiders will take on the UAB Blazers and the Alabama State Hornets tomorrow in a nail-biting doubleheader. The final matchup before the Conference USA Pods next week. All MTSU students will receive free admission to the doubleheader along with free food and shirts. The excitement starts tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Unfortunately, only 2 sports events going on, so not a whole lot. But Lauren, I hope I gave you enough, as we'll send it back over to you.
No, thank you so much, Jonas. And let's hope that those 2 doubleheaders don't get rained out by all the, storms that are coming in tomorrow. But we can only hope, Jonas. Well, today is National Vietnam War Veterans Day. U.S. Senators Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania and Donnelly from Indiana proposed this holiday in 2017. Today is the anniversary of the withdrawal of military units from South Vietnam. President Donald Trump signed the Vietnam War Veterans Day Act last March, calling for U.S. flags to be flown today for those who served. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening for Middle Tennessee News. I'm Lauren Davis. If you missed this show or any of our shows this week, you can watch them on our website at middletennesseenews.net. We'll see you next week.